Dani and the Secret Chamber. Dani was a 7-year-old boy who loved any kind of machine. He had an enormous curiosity and wanted to understand how things worked. Adults always tried to explain, but it was so boring. What he really wanted was to see things from the inside. He loved taking apart everything that came his way. He had already dismantled a toaster and a radio he had found in his grandmother's attic, but that day, he was out of ideas. Suddenly, he looked at his mother's table and saw something very interesting. A cute little red clock. He didn't hesitate. He opened his father's toolbox, grabbed a screwdriver, and began unscrewing the tiny screws from the clock. With every part he removed, things became more and more interesting. Wow! So many awesome pieces! One thing fit perfectly into another. After inspecting everything, he decided it was time to put it back together. But there was a problem. He no longer remembered how all those little pieces were arranged inside the clock. He got nervous, imagining his mother getting really angry because he had broken the clock. The moment he thought that, his mother walked into the room. He was speechless, thinking he was in trouble, when his mother, very calmly, said, "Wow, you took the clock apart. Is it cool on the inside?" He nodded in agreement, relieved. He tried several times to reassemble the clock, but there was just no way. So the next day, Dani took the pieces to school and showed them to his friend João. João was a cool, slightly nerdy boy who wore a bunch of pencils in his hair, as if they were ideas sprouting from his head. When João saw the pieces, he got very excited and said, "You take things apart too? That's awesome! Then you can join our club. We meet during recess." João led Dani to a secret room at school, which was actually an unused storage room. There, Dani found several classmates gathered around a huge table full of things. There were pieces of gears, screws, colorful plastics, little building blocks. Dani was amazed. The children there were quite advanced in their building skills. One little girl was controlling a doll made from colorful trinkets and metal parts. Another boy was building a miniature building that lit up with lots of little lights. Seeing all that, he had a great idea. What if everyone joined forces to build something interesting? Dani climbed onto a chair, grabbed paper and pencil, and began to draw. "What if we made a robot that tells stories?" he suggested. The other children applauded, each giving an idea of how the robot would work, and Dani kept adjusting the drawings. The very next day, they began building their project. The robot would have eyes with LED lights, a mouth that moved, made with a spring, and a body made of gears and bits of things. In the robot's tummy, they would place an old tablet to play videos, and a clap sensor that made the robot move in a really funny way whenever people applauded. The robot became a sensation at school. Even the principal wanted to know how it worked. A few days later, the principal called Dani and his friends for a meeting. She was impressed with the little robot. "Children, did you know there's going to be a school Inventions Festival here in the city?" Dani's eyes lit up. "That's awesome! Can we take part?" "Of course! But there's one detail. The invention needs to do something that helps other children learn or solve everyday problems." Dani looked at the robot and had another brilliant idea. What if our robot could teach anything a child asked, like, "How does a refrigerator work?" Or, "Why is the sky blue?" So the team gathered again in the secret room, which wasn't so secret anymore, and now had a sign on the door that read Inventions Room, which the principal had ordered to be put up. They had even gained the help of a very cool, nerdy teacher who also knew a lot about artificial intelligence and robotics. They began working on a new version of the robot, with a voice recorder, an old microphone, a computer adapted to fit inside the robot, and some other details, including something called a modem to access the internet. The teacher explained that they could put artificial intelligence into the computer so it could understand what people said and respond with a really stylish voice. They worked together on the robot for an entire month. The journey wasn't easy. Some parts didn't work. Many things had to be adapted. It was an adventure. But they learned a lot, and, best of all, they had so much fun along the way. They finished the robot one day before the festival. They called him Professor S. The S stood for Super Robot, because he was their super invention. They were very tired, but satisfied. They ran the final tests on the invention. Everything worked perfectly. The children jumped on the teacher and hugged him. After all, his knowledge of robotics and artificial intelligence had made all the difference in the invention. On the day of the festival, they were all nervous. There were so many cool inventions. One team had made a robot that taught English. Another had made a robot that taught Portuguese. There was even a really wacky invention called the surprise box. You opened it, and a voice would pick a topic and explain how things worked. Everything was so interesting. The contest judges examined every detail of each invention. When they got close to Dani's team's little robot, they asked it exactly what artificial intelligence was. The little robot answered in a very cool way, saying that it had artificial intelligence in its tummy, which allowed it, as a machine, to understand what people said, talk to them, and answer questions about any subject. The judges listened without changing their serious expressions, thanked them, and went on to look at other things. The students grew worried and almost sad, imagining that after all their hard work, the judges hadn't liked the robot. But the nerdy teacher told them it wasn't a good idea to suffer before the time came, and that they should wait for the results. The minutes felt like days. No one could stand waiting for the results any longer when a woman announced through a megaphone, "The judges have chosen the winners. Please gather in front of the stage." The children ran there, full of anticipation. The woman on the stage said, "Ladies and gentlemen, we are pleased to announce the winners of the Invention Festival." Many people clapped and let out little cries of excitement, and she continued. In third place, English Robot, the one that teaches English to children. In second place, the Magic Box, the one that answers any question when opened. And in first place, a unanimous choice among the judges, Professor S, the one that teaches you whatever you ask. Congratulations to the winners! Dani's team jumped, and jumped some more. We won! We won! All the effort, challenges, and adventures of building the robot had been more than worth it. They hugged each other, overjoyed. Dani thought, I hope this is just the beginning. The end.